go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Chester from the shore to be
Here we go.
Coming too strong with that podcast flow. Sunday afternoon to the 3 p.m. slot. Got the interstate 95 turnpike hot. You tune in, they don't just entertain. They come with the message that presses the brain. Those other podcasts, they seem microscopic. Cause they're the big balls that drop the hot topics. So short, be more dumb, you just stay ready. For DJ Boom, Shaheem, and Ordemi. Put them together, there's a treacherous string. From the tri-state area to the DMV. So sit back, relax, get your Sundays on. On after morning, gone before dawn. That positive vibe that we hitting so strong. With this podcast, so you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
Here we go. 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 Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? Hey. And welcome once again to the From the Shore to Be More show.
We are here. Do what it do when it need to be done. What's up, everybody? What up, cuz?
What up, cuz? I am the one and only Shaheem, and
Of course, I am the official
DJ Boom Boom.
What's up? What's up?
all right. And it's good to see
Sunday.
everybody back with us again on another beautiful Sunday. Well, it's not bad. It's a little chilly out, but it's like a beautiful fall day here in beautiful Asbury Park, New Jersey.
It's absolutely lovely down here. We're up in the 70s a little bit, but it's lovely. Look at this crazy guy.
Yo, somebody's creeping back there with a leg behind you, bro.
That's how I go down. You know what I mean? We walk around with legs down here.
What in the world? All right, reminding everybody that, yes, it is Football Sunday.
Absolutely. That's Mr. Kevin right there. Y'all make some noise for the one and only Mr. Kevin.
Oh, that's Mr. Kevin back there. And, I mean, I'm a little blind, but if my eyes are right, he's wearing that Ravens jersey back there.
He's definitely wearing the Ravens jersey. Yes,
okay.
Representing.
Okay.
Representing.
Okay, and for people who are watching, he's wearing that Ravens jersey as his Baltimore Ravens are taking on my New York Giants right now as we speak.
Absolutely. Hopefully the Ravens can redeem the loss that my Packers suffered last week at the hands of the Giants. Once again, a great game, but so far the score is only 7-0. So far they've been playing hard. I thought the first quarter they was going to score early, but
I was going to say, don't tell me because I recorded it. I didn't watch any of it yet. All right, but yeah, I recorded it because I had to do the show and I was getting ready for the show and I didn't get a chance to watch any of it yet. But I'm feeling good about my Giants. And
they're playing well, and we can't deny that they're not. They're playing excellent football right about now. So I'm pretty proud of them. Like I always tell people, I'm from Jersey, so it's not like I don't like the Giants. I'm just a Packers fan, so it is what it is.
And since we're on football for a minute before we jump into everything, let me give our viewers a little football history for those who don't know. The Baltimore Ravens infamously knocked us out of a Super Bowl many years ago. Yes.
2000.
Oh, he remember the year and everything. See, that's something us New York Giants fans, we try to forget. Yes, they knocked us out of the Super, and that's something that we will never forgive them for. So I am praying that we take this W on them.
7 was the score.
What was the score?
34-7.
And they don't remember the damn score. Ain't this about it? Yeah, well, we hoping to get a little revenge today. So hats off to my New York Giants.
Absolutely. Look, it's easy for me to remember the score because it's my birth month and year combined. 34-7. So 374 is my birth month and year, March 1974.
Well, that's an interesting way of remembering it. But to all the Ravens fans out there in Baltimore and the surrounding areas, suck on it. That's what I'm going to say for my Giants fans.
This is the time this is the time that we need to. I need to be on a speaker so folks in the house now can hear because I got a house full of Ravens fans in here right now.
Well, I tell you what, you relay the message, and today's a big, a good football day for all you fans out there. Your Packers are taking on the New York Jets today.
Yes. Another Jersey, New York team. You know, I don't know who they for, but they we're not doing it twice. I'm telling you, we're not doing it
Oh
twice.
boy, we
We're
better
not doing
not.
it twice.
Oh boy, we better not. And that's another game that's playing right now. And hey, listen, as much as I love doing this podcast, I cannot wait to get off, start watching some games. I got my football food. My wife went out and got, so hats off to my wife, Terry. Thank you very much, baby, for looking out. She went and got me the football food. I think she got me a sub, some sodas, chips, things. And as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to, turn on the TV, my big screen, and watch some ball today.
Yeah, I took the 82-inch out of the man cave and I put it up in the living room. So.
You see, he had to drop the bomb, everybody. I ain't saying no numbers. He had to drop the bomb. You see that, right?
Yeah, I took it out the basement and put it up in the living room to share. You know, I'm not really.
Well, you should. There's going to be some great games today. But before we jump into everything, I just want to mention the Chiefs and Bills. Wow, I think that might even be the game of the week.
Listen. Now that game is going to be hard hitting. I think that's going to be a hard hitting game, especially now that the Bills got Von Miller on that defense. That's going to be a hard-hitting game right there, and that's a game I'm definitely looking forward to. I
think that's the game of the week, boy. And I'm looking forward to that game, man. Mahomes and what's the quarterback on the Bills? His name slips.
Josh Allen.
Allen, yes. Allen. Oh, them two going at it.
Woo! Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, my baby thinking. Yeah, them going at it. But that's not the only big game. I want to mention one more big game because it means something to the Giants in the NFC East. And that's the Eagles versus the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a fire game there. I got a Cowboys fan here, too.
It's about to go down.
Yeah, I got a Cowboys fan here in the building too. That game, I'm looking forward to that one too. And I'm glad they don't come on at the same time, so I'll be able to watch both of them.
The NFL was thinking they was on their game. They knew what time it was, and
Absolutely.
and I don't normally root for the Cowboys as a Giant fan. I cannot stand them. But being a Giant fan, there is no team that we hate more than the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, we're too close. We're too close. And so we absolutely cannot stand them Eagles. And being that what are they, 5-1 now? 5-0? 5-0?
5-0. Yeah, they 5-0.
5-0, being that they're 5-0. I'm looking for them to take the L on this one. So I'm rooting for the Cowboys. How about you?
I will never, ever root for the Cowgirls. Never, ever.
That's venom right there, folks.
And when they play in the Patriots, whenever the Cowgirls played the Gatriots, I was always like, damn, I want them both to lose.
Yeah. Well, as a Giant fans, we never worry about the New England Patriots. We never worry about them ever.
Clearly not.
Hats off to the 2 Super Bowl wins by the New York Giants. And while we're on sports real fast, before we go into our topic and everything else, I also want to mention, if people can see, my New York Yankees.
They pissed me off yesterday.
Oh man! Oh man! What was that?
What? How you winning the whole game and lose it literally at the end?
End of the game. What?
Oh my goodness! And now that's where we on the same page. I am
Sports
most certainly
fan.
a Yankees fan.
Sports fans. The New York baseball teams had great years this year. The Mets, they had one of the best years of of the team's history. They went out the first round.
Like,
New York Yankees had a historic run with Aaron Judge going for the 61, 62 home runs, which he got. So it was a big year for the New York Yankees, and they look like they might be going home. What?
I hope not. I'm hoping that they're gonna find a way to turn that whole thing around for real, because both of them can't be bounced out. I was never a rooter of the Mets, but
No,
still, I don't want both of them to be bounced out though.
that was hard to watch for Mets fans out there. That was hard to watch. And now, being a Yankee fan, I'm feeling the same way. I'm so nervous. I think the game is today. I think it's later today in my time zone. So we get great football, and then we got to watch this baseball game.
Right. Yeah, you're talking about the Yankees. Do they play today? I thought they play tomorrow.
Is it today or tomorrow? I'm not even sure. I'm going to look it up soon as we get done, because for me, it's a can't miss. I'll record it, whatever. It's a can't miss. And there you have it, folks. Sports fans out there.
Now let me ask you something, cuz if you were dating, even as a married man, would you take your wife to a baseball game for like a first date sort of thing?
For me, and of course I can't speak to everybody, and nice way to segue into the topic today, dating now. Speaking for me, I would never take a female to a sports venue on a first date ever. For me, because not every female likes sports. Granted, there are more females in the sports now than I can remember ever growing up, but still not every female is in the sports. And so to prevent her having a bad time, prevent an awkward situation where she's calling a basketball hoop a touchdown or something stupid, I'll just avoid all that aggravation right from gate.
Right.
Oh yeah. How about you?
I don't know on a first date, if I was going on a first date, would I go to a sporting event unless it was given to me. Like, I don't know if I would plan it. Like, this is what we're gonna do on our first date, unless we're both diehard sports people. Then that could be an idea for a first date. I do. My wife is a diehard sports person. Like, she's
nice.
So I think.
Shout out to Sherelle.
Right, absolutely. I think we could have gone to a sporting event for the first date. I can't even remember what our first date was, to be honest with you. And I'm saying that on a live podcast. I have no idea what I can't even remember what
you'll pay for that later. My wife is not a sports fan, and so she would not have had fun at something like that. In fact, she's one of the types who have been sitting in the stadium, football stadium, in the fall, of course, complaining about the cold. And as we all know, as football fans, the cold is part of it. People suck it up. That's
Except
part
for
of
the
it.
people out in San Diego and Miami, they don't know nothing about
that's the lightweight sports. That's for us people, Green Bay, New York City, and us Bears. We know what this is about. Bills, shout out. We know what this is really about. This ain't about no Miami weather football.
Right.
And before we continue on with our topic, though, I just want to take a quick minute to thank all our supporters. Once again, it's because of you guys we are who we are, and this show is growing. Now you can see us not only on YouTube and Twitch, but you can also catch us on TikTok and on Tumblr, and soon we're going to be on Spotify podcast too. We're working on that, so you can see us a lot more places now. So thanks to everybody out there for your support. I also want to thank you guys. We are definitely growing. We're headed in the right direction, and we want to continue to grow. So as we pick topics and we pick shows to do, we appreciate your input. You can always reach us in our comment section, or you can reach us at From the Shore to Be More, Shaheem at From the Shore to Be More.info, or DJ Boom at From the Shore to Be More.info. Also, real quick, I want to thank on Debbie for last week's show, for all the readings. That was a really interesting show, and I learned a lot about myself. I had to do some thinking, and I learned a little about myself. I would say everything was accurate, but everything's not supposed to be accurate. It's supposed to give you, an idea or some direction of or more understanding about yourself. I believe, right, Boom?
Right, absolutely. I
And
learned some things about myself, and which was interesting. And it's like, oh, you love you like you. I'm water, mainly water. That's not what I saw, but
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm just talking. I'm like, to me, I don't do a whole lot of talking unless it's necessary.
yeah, and I learned some stuff about myself too. There's some things I always knew. But there was some things I felt was right on the button. Some other people agreed, and there's something I thought was probably a little off. But it was a very interesting show. So I'm gonna thank Aunt Debbie for that. I believe you say cool. You the Aries, Aunt Debbie Victorious, and me the Virgo kid. For all those who want their charts read or more understanding into astrology, they can reach out to Aunt Debbie at visioncarriers at AOL.com. Also, real quick note: we had a special guest for the day on our show on dating, but our guest fell ill, folks, unfortunately, and couldn't make it. And so I want to shout out to her and say I hope she feels better. And to all the other guests who were supposed to be on, we'll catch you guys next time. But still, it's going to be a great show. Me and DJ Boom, I believe we do have some experience on dating.
Absolutely. Just because we're not doing, listen, it ain't been that long ago that I was dating. I've only been married a little over a year. So it ain't been that long ago that I was dating. And my experience in dating was one, I wasn't really open to it. I didn't know I wasn't really open to it. After me and my kid's mom broke up, really for real broke up. I didn't know I wasn't open to dating. But it was interesting, the people that you run into, the characters that you meet when you're out there. I just feel bad for
interesting word when you said characters.
because it's a cast of characters. I guess we're all a character in some way, shape, or form, but it's definitely a cast of characters out there, and people you run across, and they pretend to be this and they're not that, and they act like this and they're not that, or they this and really that. It's a lot that you have to digest when you're dating as a man, single man at the time, dating different women. It was like, what in the hell? What is going on? How were you brought up? What where did you learn this from? Why do you do this thing? Like, what is going on? My wife.
And speaking again to last week's show on astrology and signs, it got me thinking when we talked about doing this show, are there certain signs that work better with others? Hopefully we can get Aunt Debbie on soon, and maybe she can fill us in on something like that. But I wonder if something like your astrological sign sometimes even comes into play with not only who you look for in a partner, but who you're more comfortable being around or being with. Dating for one thing, and then, like I said, we're gonna have a special guest. They could be here, but I did talk to them for a while to get their insight on dating. And I also spoke to my sister-in-law Jamaica, who's been dating for a while now since her split from her ex-husband a few years ago, and she's had some ups and downs. One thing I think we can all agree on, all of us, is that dating at our age now, even when you get past your 30s or 40s, dating at this point is much, much, much more different than dating when you were in your 20s, per se.
Right.
When you're in your 20s and you're so superficial about the things you're looking for in a person. But when you're much older, you're looking for something much more substantive in a person, much more substance in persons, character, the quality of the person. You're looking for so much more things that you were so superficial about, like looks. Don't tend to mean as much as you get older. I think we all want someone with clean hygiene. Let's say that.
right.
But they don't have to be a 10 all the time.
I think chasing the looks of someone it will set you up for failure. Not that everybody.
Say that again, Boom. I'm sorry.
I think chasing looks will set you up for failure
every time.
Every single time.
Every time.
If this is what your thing is, I'm looking at them and that's what I'm going after. Not the substance of the human being, what they got going on inside of them, or how they work inside and out. No, you don't care. All you care about is she's pretty or he's handsome, and that's it.
I want to say this.
Whatever you need to do to stick in there.
For the pretty people, and believe me when I tell you, I consider myself a pretty handsome guy, and I'm pretty sure you do. But for those who consider themselves the pretty people, pretty Ricky, right. Or females, they learn how to use their looks to their advantage. And so they're always doing it. They're always, in my opinion, on game, on point. And so you're never gonna really change that aspect of that person.
No.
Which can lead to a really, really difficult relationship.
It can, because you're not, again, you're still following the looks. You're not looking at the inside of a person.
The quality of the person.
Done it, whether it was now or then when we were young, we see somebody, we see a guy with a girl, and he, to us, is busted, and she a hottie, and we be like, how the hell? How did that? Well, first of all, let's go here. People say that about Jay-Z and Beyonce. How the hell did he get Beyonce looking the way he looked? I don't have a judgment.
He said that, not me.
Absolutely, I said it because I heard it so many times. They like, how the hell did he get? And Jay-Z make me know that I could get me a 10. If he was able to get Beyonce, then I can get me a 10. Trust me, I heard all these types of things being said from different dudes, and it boosted their confidence seeing Jay-Z with Beyonce saying that Jay-Z was not an attractive guy at all. I don't have an opinion on what he looks like at all. I'm talking simply based off of what I've heard other people say.
Shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce. But I think, and you probably agree, and people listen, we want you to comment. We want you to chime in on the show. This is a big topic, and I know that a lot of people have their own opinions on it. So please put your comments in the comment section. We'll be happy to put them up. Or reach out to us. We'd be more happy to hear from you. I think most people can agree that, especially at this age, there's more things that make someone. More things that go into making someone attractive. When I spoke to my sister-in-law, one of the things that we spoke about, because I brought up, was money. And she said, that's part of it. Obviously, especially when you're established. Or head in the right direction. You want to date someone like-minded. You don't want anybody who's going to be awake to you, but that's not all of it. The substance of the person, how, and you mentioned that, what kind of character the person is. I mean, listen, people, at this age, if you haven't done, well, and I'm not even talking about someone in their 50s like me, but in your 40s, 30s, if you haven't done or start to have begun the work on yourself to become a better person, I feel sorry for you. Right. I would tell you start immediately.
Quick.
It took me a while to swallow my own pride and step outside my body and take a good look at myself and see the type of person I was and want to make the changes that I needed to make to become a better person. And I'm still working. I'm a work in progress. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect.
One of the toughest things to do is to take a look at yourself and really analyze yourself, and to hear feedback about yourself. That's one of the toughest things to do. A lot of people can't deal with that. They don't want to deal with that because it's a lot to face yourself.
That's funny that you mentioned that, because I was listening to the radio, one of the segments of a radio show, and on it was something like, well, who got ghosted? And people would call in and they would get the other person on the phone. and talk about why they got ghosted and what they want to go out again.
Right.
And they got there was a case where this guy who got ghosted and they got the girl on the phone, and the girl was saying at first, like, listen, I don't want to hurt this man's feeling. I don't want to, come out and speak on why I don't want to go out anymore. I just want to leave it alone. But then they got the guy on the phone, and the guy was pushing. Now she was trying to be nice and say, listen, we're good. I'm good. We don't need to go any further, and let's just leave it at that. But he kept pushing. Why? And finally, she had to come out and say, listen, your breath stink. Your breath is hard. And I'm being honest. That's what she said. And went to all kind of adjectives about describing this man's breath and how bad it was. Well, he asked for it. He asked for it. And quite naturally, as you can imagine, people listening, it wasn't hard for him. It wasn't easy for him to hear.
Right.
And he got upset.
He got it. Yeah.
He got upset. Instead of maybe thinking for a minute and hear where she was coming from, saying, you know what, no one's ever said that to me. Maybe that is an issue. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I better have that looked at. I no, thank you. In fact, so that the next person that I'm dating or seeing won't experience that. No, he got highly offended, and
it just she tapped into his ego, and she touched his ego. Although he's pushing, he don't want to face the reality. So, because if your breath is smelling in that way,
yikes.
I didn't hear the show. You smell it. There's no way you don't smell your own breath. You know what I mean? It's no way you don't taste it. All of us wake up in the morning and got that morning breath taste.
Nobody's perfect
in your mouth. You know what I mean? So if you're walking around throughout the day and you talking to people, communicating with people, and you ain't right in the mouth, you asking for it.
Oh, now I'm going. Now y'all got me going. I'm curious. Now, people out there, anybody listening, everybody watching, if you've ever dated anyone with bad breath or just didn't have good hygiene, please chime in. Please let the world know. No names. Let's not be nasty, folks.
Right.
There's no need to be putting people out there, but just share your experience. I'm curious to know, and I'm happy to let our viewers know. As far as me, yeah. I have to say that I have had that experience where I met someone who it wasn't necessarily the breath, but just the hygiene in general. And as a female, that's a low mark.
That's super important right there.
No.
I had somebody we didn't date at all. We didn't even exchange phone numbers, because when she came and approached me to try to holler at me, I smelled it. I smelled her breath. And, that was a wrap. You know what I mean? That was going no further.
Man.
And now you're trying to ditch people, because it was in a club down in Atlanta, and now I'm trying to ditch her so she don't have to, she don't have to keep trying to come for me. Although I was DJing down there, so it was kind of tough. To try to ditch her, but it didn't even go far enough to get the phone number because the mouth was hot.
Well, at the time, me being young and immature, I didn't handle it the best, and back then there was no ghosting, but I kind of ripped the chick off, and when I finally did reach out to her, I let her know in probably some not in the best language what was up, but something that I wouldn't do now. I thought that the young lady on the radio that I just, the conversation I just mentioned, she was handling it the best, but the guy kept pushing. Listen, somebody gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you the sauce.
Yeah,
you asked me for the sauce. I'm gonna give it to you. But I'm not out to hurt people's feelings. I'm definitely not out to hurt.
It's really not about hurting feelings. It's about you asked for it. When I told you just leave it alone, I'm just not interested. I'm just giving you the basic synopsis of I'm just not interested in doing it again. And you, why? All right, well, I'm gonna give it to you then. I'm gonna let you know what it is.
I get that. I get that. But the flip side of that, though, and a lot of people can relate to what I'm about to get into, and chime in, please. I've got caught out there by a pretty face before, and found myself in a bad situation because I was out there being superficial chasing a pretty face or some booty. Let's be honest. As men, you know, Tina got a big old butt. Used to mean something back in the day. Shout out to LL. You know,
I mean, I was always a plain Jane attracted to plain Jane guy.
I wasn't always that way.
Yeah, I was always a plain Jane. If you look at my track record of women that I was with or dated for whatever amount of time, they're all pretty much just plain Jane. If they did wear any makeup, it might have been lipstick, a lip liner at the time, or a little bit of blush on their face. Never have I dated someone that did the little fan eyebrows and all that dumb shit. Never.
Oh no, I was exact opposite. I love
Never have I dated the caked on makeup. Nah, because
I don't like.
You gotta be pretty.
Like. And I understand that that's a style these days. Makeup is a huge business, $1 billion business, and that's a style these days. But that's something I never liked. Not a whole lot of makeup.
Straight from the official DJ Boom, y'all look like morons.
Oh,
and I don't care. You call me whatever you want.
Oh, we about to get into the SmackDown.
but you look like morons. There's nothing attractive about that at all.
Nothing gets me more than them big ass eyelashes.
That's what I'm talking about. There's nothing attractive about that at all. And then you got this caked on makeup that your face is shining. Your face don't naturally shine. So at the end of the day, if I'm meeting you out like that, at the end of the day, and we go home and we wake up in the morning, am I gonna recognize who you are when we wake up in the morning? Like, who? Wait a minute. I thought I met Beyonce last night. Now I'm with Bonquisha. Like, what?
For me, I appreciate. And I'm not back to LL. That's my dude. Them around the way girls. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like a girl with stitches in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, fancy bag, bad attitude. You know that?
Never me.
That was the ones for me. You know what I'm saying?
Never me. All of that is superficial, played out shit. That's why it was never me. It's never ever me. As you know, you see who my children's mom is. Ain't nothing glamorous there. Beautiful though.
I was about to say, better clean that up.
Nah. She listen. She know I'll tell her to her face. It doesn't matter, because for me, beauty is a little bit different. Now, do I want somebody to look like a dog-faced gremlin? No. You know, I still want to be attracted to you. So for me, if I could be attracted to you in your plain sense, when you do decide to get dressed up and you do decide to do extra, then that's extra to me. So I'm winning on both ends. I'm not just winning when you get all dolled up, and then when I wake up in the morning, I'm scared to death to turn around and look at you. No.
When I was in my 30s when I married my wife, so I obviously by that time I was looking for something different in a woman than I was in my 20s. Obviously, my wife, she's a beautiful woman, but she's much more than that. And that's what you want, especially as a partner. When you talk about building. When you go from dating to meeting someone and building something, that's a little different. I know one thing that Jamaica was bringing up is shout out to Jamaica. The fact that most dating these days is done online.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would agree with that. Only because I'm a DJ.
Well, how you meeting people?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only because I'm a DJ and I'm out there, that I don't know if I would agree with most of it is done online. Now, if you're talking about Instagram, Facebook, TikTok sort of thing, then yeah, that is online. So you count
partially, not totally, partially, but actual
the dating sites and all that type of stuff.
Dating sites.
Nah, I think I met one couple in the 10 years that I've been a DJ that's met off a dating site. Now, I've had couples that met off of social media, which is still online, but an actual dating site.
Facebook has a dating section. This Facebook dating.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
And there are 10 sites that for African American. There are actually more, but I'm speaking about African Americans. Because that's mostly who our viewers are. That people turn to. And one of the more popular ones is Match.com. And even she brought up Match.com. Dating these days is a lot different. from when I was a younger person dating. We didn't have social media back then, folks, so you had to meet people. And when you met people, most of the time, not all the time, because you still have players, but a lot of the time, you got to meet the general person. You got to actually talk to the actual genuine person, whereas today you're basically meeting their avatar. Let's face it. People pretend to be so many different people, and people are. Hey, who's that behind you?
Mom.
Oh, hey, Darlene. How's it going?
Good.
Good to see you on this Sunday. And
Dating in today's world. Listen, this is somebody that can give you some insight on dating in today's market.
Sure.
Because she's dating. It's not that she's dating several different people, but she's dating.
Right. Yeah. Of course. And I think, and this is something else that Jamaica brought up. When you're dating at this age, you're looking for a partner, but like she brought up, like she would never get married again.
Right.
You know, for some reason, people don't want that legal paper no more. Once they've done it once or twice.
That's because people are.
Oh,
silly.
wait, hold on.
I do. I would do it again.
You would do it again.
And
Why?
again if I needed to.
And why? You just find comfort in having that bond?
What did you say?
You find comfort in having that bond. Like, why would you do it again?
If I was asked, I'd do it again. If I wasn't asked, then I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, if your friend is watching the show, the pressure is on.
He
what?
said if your friend is watching the show, the pressure is on.
Trust me, he's watching football.
Right. Absolutely. No, you know what? It's to each his own. Again,
Yeah.
in this world, you never say never. I know several people that said never. I'll never do it again.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to DJ one of those I'll never do it again weddings
Really?
next year. So again, you never say never. You meet the right person.
Bye,
you
darling.
say
It's
the
good
right
seeing you.
things, do the right things. You'll never know what you get into. What folks got to stop being is afraid of what they learned in the past. Okay, you married somebody, you thought he or she was the right one, and they weren't. You can't be afraid to live now because
No.
that wasn't successful. Again, I'm not telling her to go get, meet somebody and go get married. She
Right.
want to get married, don't get married. But
Well,
to
I would
never
offer
say
this.
never,
I would
to
offer
say
this.
never is really strong, only because that's just acting out of fear. Bottom line, it's just simply acting out of fear. So
I've been married a long time, but I would offer this. Before anyone is looking for, and I'm not saying a partner, everybody needs to have some type of relationship.
right.
People need sex.
Right.
People need to have some kind of companionship in whatever form you choose to make it. But when you talk about actual relations and commitments, I'd say to people, be careful. The best thing to do is, first of all, know yourself before you're looking for any kind of deep commitment from someone else.
That, quite frankly, is the number one thing to do. Because if you know yourself, then you know what you're not going to deal with and what you will and will not deal with. Point blank, period. But if you're still trying to find yourself and you think you're going to find what you're looking for within you in somebody else, it's always going to be, it's never going to work.
You're going to have to know what exactly it is that's going to make you happy and keep you happy for the rest of your life. Because if you've been through a divorce, bad relationship, yada, 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 you know you don't want to go through that again.
Right.
You don't want to go through that again. And if you got into it at an early age, I could understand if you've gotten married or into a deep commitment before you first realized that you didn't know yourself.
Right.
I could completely understand that. But as an older person, a more mature person, no. You really got to have a deeper understanding about who you are before you even have an idea of what's going to make you happy in another person.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, some of us took the back way to learn that who we are before we got into, being who we are today. And others, if you can take lessons from folks that have gone through it, take the lesson. Please listen. Stop being hard headed. Just listen. I know some of us got to touch the fire in order to see that it's hot. You know what I mean? Even at these ages, you still got to touch the fire to see that it's hot. But pay attention to the telltale signs of whether it's right or wrong. And this is not a man or woman thing. This is a people thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to pay attention. Listen to your
Oh.
instincts. Follow them.
Oh, now my
You know what I mean?
sister-in-law, again, she's been dating for a while, and one of the first things she said to me is that dating sucks right now.
That's what almost everybody say.
That's what a lot of people say, and I'm hearing it from a lot of women. They for a number of issues, and some people might agree with, some might disagree with, but I'm going to run down some of them. One of them, and she spoke on it. She said that most of the men that she's come in contact with in the 40s or whatever still are looking for friends with benefits, whereas a woman at this time in her life is looking for something more meaningful and more deeper than that.
Right.
Yeah. That's one of the things. Another things was that that men who are dating at this age sometimes are damaged goods, in the sense that they've been through a bad relationship, bad breakup, or even a divorce, and now are carrying around a lot of emotional baggage.
Listen, remember I said
Mhm.
we did a show around when we first started the podcast talking about how women are more sensitive than men. And I
I
said,
think I do remember
no, they're
something like
not.
that. Yeah.
They're not. And she just made that point. They're not. When a man is hurt, oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness.
It takes him forever. If ever. It takes him forever. I'm telling you, and they're scared. They're scared.
Absolutely. Yep. So
Well,
it's the sensitive level for men and women is not the same at all. Men are way more sensitive. Way
I
more
would agree
vindictive.
in some ways, not probably not, but in some ways, because I think for men, a lot of times ego and pride have a lot to do with the way we feel about things.
That's absolutely what it is. It's the ego. How many women you hear about kidnapping the man or killing the man because he didn't want her no more, compared to the men doing that when she don't want to be with him no more.
You
You know what I
hear it
mean?
way too often.
Absolutely.
Way too
It's
often.
like
In
way
fact, we
too
did a
often.
show. Shout out. We did a show not too long ago on domestic abuse.
Mm-hmm. You hear it way too often, and now she don't want to be with you no more. Now she got to die.
Yeah.
Oh, now you got to stalk her. You know what I mean?
Um,
I'm not saying women don't do it or it hasn't been done, but
Right.
the percentage for men and women is way higher. So
Yeah.
clearly, who's the more sensitive one?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. And that's a shame. And it's something that for most men, they would never admit, especially young men. They would never admit it.
Right.
You know, to be sensitive as a younger man, well, I wouldn't say a man, but a younger man especially, is not cool. That's not going to change, I don't think. It was the same way when I was a young man. You know, life's a lot different for me now, but it was the same way when I was a young man. It took a lot of growing to get me to where I am now.
I've heard issues stemming from everything you just mentioned that you said your sister-in-law was talking about, to the whole asking out and who's paying for the date.
Oh,
Are you going Dutch?
oh,
Blah blah
yeah,
blah blah blah. And
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you where I stand. I'm not even now, even being married. If you ask me to go out, you paying for it. Now, 9 times out of 10, I'm still gonna be like, oh, I got it. But if you call me up to get me out my bed, you paying for it. Point blank, period. Like I said, we get somewhere, whether it's the movies, whatever we decided to do. I would it to Jasmine. To me, again, it depends on who asks. In my opinion, who asks first? Who asks to go out on the date? Now, again, 9 times out of 10, going on the date, I'm gonna pay for it. But I don't want in your head the expectation of he's paying for it, even though you're the one that asked me if I wanted to go out. You understand what I'm saying? Don't have that expectation in your head about me, because you might, there's a chance that you get disappointed, and I'll be like, well, or if I don't have it, I'm not afraid to say this week is not a good week or that day is not good. You know what I mean? I don't have to go into details as to why, but I'm not afraid to say that. You
I
know, a
can
lot of
admit,
guys go out and they know they don't have it. They knew they didn't have it and still went out on a date, and then you project it on, and they're the ones that asked to go out. Now, me as the man, if I ask you, don't talk to me about I don't have money for da da da. I don't want to hear none of that, because that's not what I asked you. I asked you if you wanted to go out. You want to go here?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I got it. But so to me, the dynamic should work the same way. It's interesting what women fight for, and when you want to make them the same, they don't want to be the same with everything. I just find that interesting.
Nah, yeah, I hear what you're saying. As far as me, I'm not gonna say women have never paid for me, but it's a rare thing. I usually always pay. Just an understanding, you know, I just always pay.
Hmm.
It's part of what I do. But women have treated me out before. Yeah, they have.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm not even gonna lie. It's tough to have them paying for it, because I've had them snatch it off. You know, what you doing? I got it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Hmm.
okay, can
Hmm.
I at least give them the tip? Yeah,
Well, I
you
mean,
know what I mean?
some women, especially in today's world, are super independent.
Right.
Let's say that they don't want you to take care of them, and
Well, they
so
don't want nothing hanging over their heads.
that's the sense that they're getting when we pay for things. Yeah,
Right. They don't want
um,
nothing hanging over their heads. Don't go out with me with
like they
expectations of
owe
what
us nothing.
Right. Absolutely. So if they do it themselves, they feel like you have no expectations of them.
And there are men out there who would feel like they're owed something. Let's say that too.
Oh, absolutely. That's why they do what they do.
Um,
That's why they
I,
feel the
I,
way they feel.
I've heard time and time again, even from Jamaica, but not just from her, but from other women, that men, even at this old, more mature age, you still got the guys out there who want to be pimps, who want to keep a group of women around them,
Right.
who still
Right.
haven't found their footing. And when I say footing, I mean with supporting life, home life for that partner and building. And that's the most important part, people. I want to underscore that building.
They want that
Because when you
harem.
find the right partner, that's the main thing that you're doing. You're building.
Right.
And so they miss out on that. And you got guys who still want to act like they're in their 20s or in high school and running around chasing women and it's crazy. Social media. Oh, another one she said is that these guys out here, because of social media thing, are so willing to take pictures of their penises and pass them around. Wow. Well, and I believe it. We know this to be true, do we not?
Right. Yeah. I have sisters and daughters, so and they hold nothing back in talking with me. So yeah. Yeah.
And yes, to you nasty dudes, especially nasty older dudes, stop doing that. From the ladies, I'm not talking about me. From the ladies, when you're first dating someone, it's not attractive.
No.
It's not attractive. Maybe when you get to know someone or you are establishing a relationship, a vibe with someone, okay, maybe it's cute for time to time. Y'all want to trade little sexy
Flirty
pictures and whatnot.
Right. Right.
But right after the first date, bro, and you sending penis pictures, come on, man. Let's be better than that. With your gray hairs and whatnot. I mean, come on, fellas.
Right.
What we doing out here?
I'm telling you, I got daughters, sisters, nieces that they tell these stories. I'll be cracking up, like, for real. And he just sent it. Like, yeah, like it's random. You ain't even asked for it. You ain't say, can you send me a picture?
Hello.
And that's the picture that they sent. No, it's
Hello.
random.
Yeah.
I thought you might like this.
Negroes this day got something to prove, boy. Me, myself, and my wife can vouch for me. I got nothing to prove. I'm not sending nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm married, but I got nothing to prove, bruh. I don't. I nothing. I'm good. My penis is not floating all over the internet.
Wow. And then they posted it on the internet.
They posted it. Now, if you're in the business and there are some men who are in the adult entertainment business, hats off to you. Keep the ladies going. Hey, knock yourself out.
Right.
But if you're working at the post office and your penis is all over the internet, that's a problem, bro.
It's the problem. They could come back to you. Y'all better be careful what they investigate.
Be careful.
Understand that they investigate a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, and social media is just a way
social media
to keep gathering information from y'all, and y'all just keep giving
your job
them
will do it. There's certain things that you might apply for, even apartments. They might do it. Check your social media. Yeah,
Absolutely.
they will.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
when
they
I went
will.
to California as a young man, I was 26 years old when I moved to California, fresh off the plane. Like literally, that's not no exaggeration. I come off the plane. Dude come up to me talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got some strapping shoulders. Would you like to be in a porn movie?"
Oh wow!
And I'm like,
"Well, what was your first thought?"
So my immediate thought is, "How much money is it?" That's the immediate thought. How much money we talking?
Yeah,
so he told me the money,
right?
Right. So he told me the money. Again, I'm a single man at the time. I'm 26 years old. So I'm like, okay. Then I thought about it. I said, hold up. I got 3 daughters. There's no way I'm making a porno video, because be damned if some years from now my kids come across me in a porno video. So no, I'm not doing it. And they talking about $2,500 a movie.
You know what I mean? It ain't terrible money.
No, it ain't terrible money, but
having fun.
All money ain't good money. Absolutely, all money ain't good money. And I thought about the future of what would happen, because at the time, being 26, that means my oldest was only 8. You know what I mean? So clearly they wasn't watching porn then, but once they got older, I don't know what they doing. They 19, 20 years old, and who they with watching. Let's pop this one in. You know what I mean? And hell no. Then
I wonder when like the children of some of these ex-porn stars, what they think about them, like Byron Long and some of these oh my daddy, oh man, all over the internet.
Superhead is your mother. Superhead is your mother.
Well, hey, but that's the reality of it. And again, shout out to those people who are in the business. Y'all keeping us entertained, so I'm not going to knock you.
True.
Now back to dating though. One other big thing that Jamaica and some of the ladies brought up. And by the way, it was hard to get men to talk about dating at this age. I want to put that out there, because I talked to a few guys and I asked them to come on. None of the men were willing to speak openly about their experiences. Like they were holding some big secret in some kind of boys club that they didn't want to tell. I don't know. I'm not dating at this age, but the men who are single at this age are interesting characters. Even some of my friends.
Listen, I know. I'm a DJ. I'm in this world. I see it day in and day out. I see the same guys walking to the same place trying to talk to every girl that's in there. You know what I mean? So somebody bites on saying
right. But here's some of the game that some of the ladies tell me they're noticing. The wannabe pimp game, smooth talking shit, stuff. Excuse me. What was the other one? Oh, now I forgot. Now, the wannabe pimp game. Now I forgot. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't.
They still want to be young when you're older. That doesn't mean you're old and you have to dress like a old man.
Yeah. Of course,
you run around looking like the 19-year-olds.
Those dudes drive me crazy. I really do. I mean, they really do. They drive me crazy. As an adult, can we all learn how to dress, folks? As
Right.
adults, we're not in high school anymore.
There's levels to this shit, and I'm saying it like that on purpose. It's
You
levels
can't be
to it.
walking around with the ripped up pants and you 50. It ain't
Like, come
no.
on, man.
Ladies
Come
too.
on.
There isn't such thing as size, and there is such thing as when sizes are too small. I'm just saying.
There is a such thing as everything is not made for everybody.
Let's just say that.
Man,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Let's just say that.
Get some friends that's gonna tell you, hell no, girl, don't put that on. No,
No,
don't do it.
please don't get the ones that's gonna lie to you all the time. You want truthful friends.
Y'all mess around, let Lizzo make y'all look stupid out here, man. Come on now.
But I also want to say for those single people out there who are hunting, even if it takes time, don't give up. That right person is out there for you. This is a big world with lots of people. That person is out there for you. You're gonna run into those knuckleheads going, "Oh, hey, girl, with that old player game." You're gonna run into all of that. But the right dude is out there, and he's looking for you, or
Vice versa.
girl looking for guy. So don't give up.
Well, it is said that the right man will find a king will always find his queen. It never is never the opposite way. It's never the queen finding her king. It's always a king finding his queen. And I believe that I have. And again, I was single for 20 years before meeting my wife. I've dated people, of course, but nothing lasted past 3 months. It was 3 months and done for everybody.
Right.
Outside of my kid's mom, 3 months and done for everybody. Somebody almost made it to 4 months, but that didn't go past 4 months either. And then I met my wife, and when I met her, it was okay, all right, blah 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 blah, and she
Right.
still wasn't the fake eyelashes and makeup all over her face and lipstick and blah blah blah, fake butt, fake. That's a whole nother Jerry Springer episode too. Y'all look dumb as hell with them fake butts. I'm telling y'all right now, it's not proportioned right to your body. You look like morons. But
It's a lot of plastic surgery going on right now. These women out
Come
here,
on.
and it's not fair, ladies. Y'all out here cold fooling us. I mean, cold. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. It's crazy. The hair, the makeup, I've seen these women on social media totally transforming into other human beings.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you meet that one, and you know what I mean. When you wake up in the morning, you wake up in the morning, don't even know who the person is. No,
That's not
I need
fair.
to know. I need to know who the person is next to me.
That's not fair. And plus, with all that makeup and stuff, you messing up my pillows, man. These pillowcases cost money. Stop messing up all that makeup.
Yeah, you ain't spend a night at my house.
Oh, I just remember the other type of dude, the sugar daddies out there, because y'all out there too. Figure y'all going to spread a little money around or talk about what kind of car or house you got, and women are going to be interested. So you fake pimps and you sugar daddies. I don't know what's up with that.
I'll be hearing those too.
Oh, when they start leading with the money, girls, you already know what type of night it's going to be.
I've heard those stories too, but I'll just be like,
that being said,
come on, y'all, stop being so damn desperate.
Yeah, really. But that being said, for those girls out there who are looking, because there are some that are looking for sugar daddies, good luck.
Right.
Good luck on getting your rent paid and them bills paid. I get
it. Without giving something back. How about that? Without giving something back. And if somebody called you a hoe, you'd be mad.
Or whatever deal you make, I'm not gonna be mad at you. But but of course, we want people to be happy, so we hope you're looking for the best in people. And I'll leave it at that.
I would say don't even look. I would just say let your life flow. Just go out and live your life, and the right thing will show up for you. If your energy is not right, your energy is not going to attract
the focus has got to be on you first.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's got to be on you first.
And so, the right guy will never want you to do something that's going to hurt you. and vice versa. The right girl is never going to want you to do something that's going to hurt you. So clearly pay attention to the signs. If I don't give a damn what she looked like, I knew of a young man. I don't know him personally. I knew of a young man who was dating a young lady who was beautiful. And there's nobody that wouldn't say she wasn't beautiful.
Mhm.
But her inside is awful. She's an awful human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But on the outside, you look at him and be like, your eyes all welling up and popping out your head. Awful human being. So
I would say this, and we're gonna start wrapping up soon.
But you want.
I would say this. First, at this age, if you're not doing it, work on yourselves first. Work on yourselves. Get your own head and mind and soul together before you even know, and that will allow you to know what you even want. Moving forward. And that the right person for you won't be a person who gets jealous of your success. They'll be happy as you succeed in life because they're going to want to succeed with you. The right person for you will put a smile on your face when they walk in the door. You'll know when you see that person, when you meet that person. So don't give up. Keep looking. I know it's tough, but they're out there for you.
Absolutely. And with that being said, this is how we're going to end the show, just like that.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn to answer questions. Cuz, Shaheem,
Yes.
What you got going on this week, cuz?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say, go get my song Weightless. For those out there who don't have it yet, go and get it. But more importantly, learn the dance. Learn the dance, the Weightless challenge. In fact, let me see if I can show you a little bit of it. I think I got it up here. And shout out to my man Phil. Shout out to Tawanda, of course, to you, DJ Boom, and everybody out there for supporting me and coming up with the dance and I want to say the video. And that's what I got going on, people. Big things. So look for that song Weightless, learn the dance, and now look for the video.
Absolutely. That's how it go down, y'all. That's how it go down. Y'all know where I'm going to be here in Baltimore on Tuesday night at Windsor Inn from 7 to 11. Wednesday night, Loafers in Catonsville from 8 to 12, doing a karaoke thing. Shout out to my man Greg D celebrating his 50th birthday. Y'all make some noise.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Celebrating his 50th. That's what we're going to do now.
The Big 5-0.
Right, we're about to go upstairs and finish turning up. His birthday was yesterday, but we're doing it the whole weekend. And of course, follow me. Follow me on IG and Facebook, the official DJ Boom on Instagram. And that's it. That's all I got for y'all.
There we go, folks. And there we have it again. Once again, from yours truly, MC Shaheem.
And the one and only.
This is DJ Boom.
And from the Shore to Be More show, thanks again for tuning in once again on this beautiful Sunday.
And we got a shout out on Debbie too. We can't leave without shouting out on Debbie. Aunt Debbie wasn't able to be with us today, but she's always with us in spirit. We love her, and she'll be back next week, y'all.
Yep, she will. Hi, Debbie. We'll see you next weekend. All right, boom. Let's take it home.